Yeah, git log is for
To check the commit ID.
you are correct, but you are telling one of the specific point of git log. In general, git log is used for checking the history.
Hmm.
Okay, when I do git log, I check the whole history. I get the commit ID along with the author who has committed it, when he
Hmm.
committed it, and what commit ID he put on while committing it. So these three
Yes.
things you will get along with git log. So in general, you can say git log is for checking the history. Okay.
It's
Hmm. And to check the branch,
Git branch.
git branch. So right now we are in new main. Okay. Our main is this one. And we have another one is known as Devi slash Anjali.
Hmm.
So these are the three branch currently available. Okay. And we have something uncommitted. Let's try to switch into main branch. Okay. Okay. What is the command to switch to another branch?
Git checkout.
Good. Checkout and main. Switch into branch. We are in main right now. Okay. We are able to switch uh, even though we were having some uncommitted files, and still Git is allowed you to switch into the different branch. The thing is, here, if I do Git status, we'll be still having, but in main, I'm going to do some changes in this testing.txt file. Mhm. Add something. This is the DevOps class. Save it. Which one is this? So again, we did some changes. We get its name, the status. Okay, certain more changes is being done in this file. Let's try to switch to back to our new main. Do some changes over here as well. And let's remove the previous changes, remove the changes that we did. Control S. It might be confusing right now, but I'll make it clear. Okay, no need to worry. I'm just trying to create a situation where there is one advanced thing that need to be implemented. So something. and another file over there. We did two more changes in the testing and we added another file. So get it status. Means we added another file as a DevOps and we did some changes on the text. Not getting created. But the thing is, see, whenever you create any branch, you make your own changes. I created one branch and I did my own changes. And I tried to switch to another branch. Okay. I got switched to another branch. But the
Mm.
problem here is you may by mistakenly do not remember in which branch you are. Okay. And what you do, you go and do git add dot and press enter. So all the file get tracked in which branch? Main branch
Main
instead of
branch.
your branch, which is supposed to be the right one. But by mistakenly you did on the main branch. Okay. So in this way, you will all your file got added or tracked on the main branch instead of the branch earlier one. And the problem it creates that you cannot push the main branch. Okay. It will not get merged. By default, organization put certain permissions where you are not allowed to add anything in the main branch directly. Why? Why are you not allowed to do changes directly on the main branch? Any idea? I have discussed about it.
Maybe it can highlight
Bharat? Mm-hmm.
because of that.
Because of what? I didn't get it.
It can get highlight everywhere if it change
I
mean.
Yes, it get highlighted. The first thing, nobody knows whether your code is right or wrong. Okay, and if you are doing directly changes into the master branch, it will affect whole product.
Hmm.
Other thing is that everyone clone the main branch. So your bug or if you push something wrong, everyone will clone that one. And then on top of the mistakes, everyone else will do their own changes. And it will be hard to track who did that changes in that situation. So organization always put a permission not to make any changes directly into the main branch or master branch. So if I try to push the main branch, I won't be able to do it. But by mistakenly, I committed on this one. So by default, Git was having, I don't know whether they built something new or not. So Git was having a feature in which if you have certain changes in one branch, you are not allowed to switch to another branch. Okay, right now it is allowing because there might not be any conflict between your branch and main branch. But if sometime there is a conflict, so Git will not allow you to switch to another branch. So how will you switch it? The problem is, suppose I have done some work. I'll go back to my previous branch. Is it? No branch. So, new names. Hmm. So I'll show you one question. This is a question. You are in the middle of a feature development. Feature development means a feature branch. Okay. When a critical bug is reported and suddenly you got a critical bug, what is the command you will use to switch to fix that bug? That is the question. Now, this scenario is actually known as hotfix. What is the meaning of hotfix? So basically what happens, my product is with, you are my customer, suppose. Sujata is my customer. So I have given my product, my software product to Sujata. Okay. And you are my loyal customer. Now what Sujata find that there is some bug while running that software. So Sujata complained me back. If there is some bug in your software, please change it or make it correct ASAP, as soon as possible. So I got the message from you. I will tell my developer, first leave everything and work on the problem that Sujata faced because she is my customer. So I have to look into her first. So suddenly what happens? Developer was in the middle of some changes earlier, but suddenly a bug reported, which was told by Sujata, my customer. So what I will do, will I keep continuing work on feature branch or should I look into the critical one?
Critical one.
Critical one. But Git will not allow you to switch to any other branch because you have uncommitted changes. Suppose you cannot do the Sujata bug on the same branch because you have your own commits, right? Which are not done. On top of that, if you do same changes, what Sujata has proposed, then it will get mixed up with all the changes that I have done earlier. So this problem need to be dealt correctly. So for that, I will create another branch which will specifically use for Sujata changes. Okay, all the changes or the critical bug that I have solved will be done on that hotfix branch instead of the branch I'm working on. So this is the new branch that I was working, but suddenly I got a critical bug. Now I want to switch to that a new branch. I want to switch a new branch. Git checkout -b and suppose the branch name is hotfix. This is for fixing the Sujata's bug. Okay, I got the hotfix branch, but right now I have some uncommitted changes. And if there will be conflict, it will not allow you. So for such cases, if I do git non-branch, so okay, git checkout, when I do -b, you will be directly switched to the new branch, hotfix branch. I can make changes, but let me go back to that branch I was having. Because if you see, if I do git status, see changes are still here. And if I do changes in hotfix branch, more changes. Suppose the problem was, I found out the problem was in index.html. Okay. The critical bug was found in index.html. Okay. I go and make the changes. So what will I see here? Another file which are uncommitted name as index.html. So when I do commit or track, everything will get tracked now along with my previous changes,
Yes.
which I don't want because critical bug is only in index.html file. So for
Yes.
such thing, I will go back to my branch which I was working on. New main check out main. Okay, get a status. See, my changes are not completed, so I cannot commit as well. The problem is. So there is a name as command git stash, stash. What git stash will do, it will take your uncommitted changes and put it into a buffer zone. Okay, if I press enter, git stash enter. Okay, no local changes. Just yes, it might be happening because couple of changes were done in another branch and this branch. Mm, I'm going to commit. I'll just make a small change over here. So I've done small changes in this new branch. Okay, yeah. So it worked over here. So the thing is, in new branch I was working on, suddenly I make some changes. Okay, means the old changes which I was working on, and I want to switch to a new branch name as Hotfix. But the problem is this change is still here. So if I switch, it will be remain there. So I put these changes in a buffer zone. Save the working name with the command git stash. Now if I do git status, see there is no branch, no changes in this branch. Whereas the changes was there. Okay. I did some changes, but it was there. So what Git did, Git put these changes into a buffer zone and saved your changes. So no need to worry. When you will come back, I will keep your changes. Now what I do is system git checkout hyphen d artifacts. Now here I can work on Sujata's critical bug because right now I'm in the branch. Right now I'm in hotfix branch. I'll do all the critical changes to Sujata's branch. Suppose it was in index.html. So I come here, open. um, I come here. I solved the critical bug. Okay, whatever the bug it was, I solved it. I go here. I come here. I'll see git status. So modified changes is on index.html, not text.txt, because it was done on new branch. But Sujata's bug was in hotfix branch, which I solved now. What I will do? I will do git add dot, then I will do git commit hyphen m and solved. Press enter. Done it. Okay. I have solved and I'll do git push origin was the name of Hotfix branch. Hotfix branch and press enter. Okay, so it will get pushed and Sujata will get the changes and she's done with her critical bug.
Mm.
Understood till here?
Yes.
So once it will be done, I have to go back to my own feature branch now where I was working on. Critical bug is done. Now I have to go back to my own branch. So which was new branch. I'll come here, I'll do git checkout. Branch. And if I do git status, see nothing, no changes is here. But I did some changes, right? I did some changes, which I put on git stash, a buffer zone. So I will do git stash git stash pop. Pop means wherever my changes is on the buffer zone, just pop it out from there and back to the place where it was. So now the uncommitted changes is here. Got it?
Yes.
So let's see the summary. So we did our changes put into the buffer zone using git stash. Then we check out to the hotfix branch or the, always remember if you want to create a new branch, create with the main. Okay. So first go into the main branch and create the branch, your hotfix branch from the main branch. Okay. Then apply whatever the fix or the commit merge, whatever you have to do on Sujata's branch, which was the hotfix branch. Okay. Once you are done, you push the changes and get it done. And then you come back to your feature branch, which you were working on, and you do git stash pop, which I did, to reverse all the changes which I did on my feature branch. Any conclusion?
No.
Okay, this whole process is known as hotfix, and it is one of the most important tasks that either DevOps, advanced DevOps people do, or the release operation people do. Okay, so you can add in your resume as well that you have worked on, or you can on hotfixes as well. So they will ask you what is hotfix, then how did you manage the hotfix? Okay,
Mm.
what are the commands you use for the hotfix? Generally, what happens in case of hotfix, you do everything using the UI. Okay, but the people in interviews they'll be more curious to know your UI is very easy, anyone can do. Okay, but people will be curious to know what are the git commands you use while using the solving the hotfix. Okay, so now you can answer this one. You are in the middle of a feature branch when a critical bug is reported. What git command you will use to switch to the branch, switch to fix the branch? So what you will do? This is the answer. Okay.
Fixed.
I will do git stash to put my current changes into a buffer zone. Then I will switch to the main and create my hotfix branch from the main branch. I will apply all the I will solve the critical bug. Okay. Once the critical bug is solved, okay, I'll switch back to my own branch and do git stash pop to get back all the changes which I was working on before the critical bug came into the picture. Clear? The second question you can be expecting, a teammate pushed broken code to main branch directly. Okay. How will you prevent this in future? Suppose right now it's done, but in future, how will you prevent it? So what would be your answer? Just now we discussed this one, right? We are not allowed to push directly into the main branch. But if suppose someone pushed it, then how will you prevent this in future? So in UI, basically you will push where? You will push in GitHub, or you will push in Azure DevOps or GitLab. Okay. So there is some permissions where you can apply to create PR before merging it to the main branch. So you will answer, I'll simply implement the permissions where people or the developer has to create PR pull request before merging directly into the main branch. Okay, that's it. That's the answer. Next question is
पुल रिक्वेस्ट डायरेक्टली नहीं आती है क्या, मतलब क्रिएट
pull
करनी
request.
पड़ती है?
हाँ, मतलब डायरेक्टली आपको शो हो जाएगा दैट देयर इज अ पुल रिक्वेस्ट इफ यू गो हेयर एंड मैं गिटहब में भी जाकर लिखूंगा आपको, तो वहाँ पर एक पीआर का ऑप्शन रहता है। ठीक
हम्म।
है, सो जब भी आपको परमिशन इम्प्लीमेंट करोगे ना,
हम्म।
तो वो शो वहाँ पर हो जाएगा। देखो यहाँ पुल रिक्वेस्ट, यहाँ पर 12 पुल रिक्वेस्ट पड़े हुए हैं। ठीक है, सो व्हाट वी विल डू इफ दिस इज माय प्रोजेक्ट एंड यू हैव क्रिएटेड दिस पीआर पुल रिक्वेस्ट विथ योर ब्रांच, सो आई विल गो एंड चेक इनसाइड कि है क्या, आपने क्या किया है चेंजेस।
हम्म।
I will come here, see what are the changes you have done, क्या क्या commits है। Okay, I'll check क्योंकि इस किस में किया गया, मास्टर में किया गया है, and this is your branch. So I will check all the changes. Okay, file changes, I'll go and check. If the changes are good and suitable, okay, then I will approve it. And once it get approved, then it will get merged to the master branch. So far, if anyone raise any, so this is done by some settings. Okay, you have to apply. There is some setting, permission setting. No need to worry about that one for now. We will look into that one in future classes. Understood? Now you can answer that question. If your teammate is broken, this one, yeah. So you will apply certain permissions, okay, which will allow the developer to create a PR first. Okay. So what happened? You will get the pop-up of PR, but you have to mention, for example, I will look into PR. So whenever you create any PR now, you will get one notification here that PR key. You click on that one and then you have to provide all the information regarding all your changes. Okay, what are the changes you are going to push? You just provide a small description in that one and then create it. I can do new pull request. Okay. So see, you have to put the title. Your all file commit changes will be seen here. And where do you want to merge? I want to merge with master. So you put title about your changes, a small description. Okay. If you want to add reviewer, means who can review your code and approve it, add it from here. Okay. And if it is linked with some other task, you can put those tasks link as well. Once you've done all this, okay. Once you've done all this, you click on create. So your pull request will be created. Okay. And the reviewer that you asked to review, they will get the notification that this person asked you to review his code. So they will come, they will see the files, see changes, everything is good. So once everything is good, they will complete your changes. If everything is good, they come see. Here is one reviewer known as release team. So if release team approves here, then it will be done and approve it. So it will go and merge with the main branch or the master branch. Got it?
Yes.
The next question is, you committed changes but forgot to add a file. Okay. What should you do to add it without creating a new commit? Any idea?
Mm.
So what happened? See, I'm going to, I'm just once, I'm going to commit this one. Commit, git, add, let me check the branch. New branch, git status, status, this one, git add dot, git, commit, hyphen m, add. And then you remember, oh shit, I have to add another one and another file. Okay. But what happens if I do git log? Already changes is seen here. You already created one commit. And now they
Mm.
are saying you created one commit. But you have to add another file. Okay, you forgot it, not to add it. So how will you create another without creating another commit? Because if I add new file and commit that one also, so it will create two files, no?
Yes.
So what will you do? We did in the last class.
Reset कर सकते हैं.
Very good. We will reset to this one, this commit
Hmm.
ID. So ultimately this one will be gone. Our changes
Yes.
will be there, but it will be, this commit will be gone. We'll add new file and then we can commit together.
Hmm.
Right? So whatever the answer you give, little elaboration, add some little elaboration into that. That's it. Okay, let's see the another one. How do you see what changes between your working directory and the last commit? Okay. This one we did not explain that. Okay. Git stash apply and git stash pop. Git stash pop, you understood?
Yes.
Git stash apply means it will, what happened git stash pop? If you have done uncommitted changes, it will bring back to you the same uncommitted changes. But if you
Hmm.
do git stash apply, it will bring back and commit it as well. Let's make it the file stage. In this case, the file will remain whatever the stage it is. In this case, the file will uh, get stage as well. In this case, if it is unstaged, remain unstaged. But in this case, if it is unstaged, and when you bring back, it will come to stage condition. So try this one out with yourself. Okay.
Okay.
And this one, how will you see the differences between working directory and the last commit? What does it simply means? That the last commit is this one, no?
Hmm.
Okay. And the working directory that you are working on is this one. Means currently you are working, you have not committed it. So when you use git log, you can see what changes has been into the last one. There is some more commands that you can expand this one. Okay. And I don't remember that command, but I'll look into that one. Okay. You can expand this and see what specifically changes being into this file, this commit ID, which is not being asked much. Okay, not of a use. You don't have to bother about what went in the last commit. And if people bothers, so what they will do, what they generally do, that they come to the repository. Okay, they go here. Suppose I'm bothering about this commit, what changes been into this one. So instead of command line, I'll see over here. Because with command line, it get very confusing. If you have thousands of files, how will you see the changes in command line? So for that purpose, people uses the UI part. So I'll come here, I'll see what are the changes being into. Okay. If it suits me, I will apply my changes. If it doesn't, I'll do whatever you want with your current changes. But people generally uses this one. Okay. So in short answer, you can give that I can use git log to get the detail about the last commit. Okay. Moreover, if I want more detail that what specific changes been into that one, I can look into the history of that file or that commit ID. Okay. And then based on that, I can work on my working directory. Got it?
Yes.
Hmm. There is one last topic, and that is known as dot git ignore file. What is the use of dot git ignore file? Okay. Right now, you won't find any git dot git. Suppose I want to commit. When you see what happens in the DevOps life cycle, when you build any code, now you will get lot of binary files. Now, what is binary files? Files which cannot be opened. You cannot open those files in as a code base. For example, if I put one image, so all these images are binary file. Okay, you cannot open this one in VS Code. Here you cannot open it. So in the same way, there are other binary files known as .dll. I'm able to create it on. Switch. So see, it became a binary file. Okay, I'll create another binary file. Mm, and this one is exe. What is the full form of .exe? Executable. Okay, means if I double click, it will get executed. So all the application that you download now always in .exe format. Okay.
Mm.
Now these two files does not include any code. Okay, these two file and the images file, these are binary files, does not include any code. So you cannot, it doesn't make any sense to push them into this code repository or GitHub. I cannot push into GitHub. Okay, because these are for source code, not for the binary files. Okay, these are source code, right? So that people can open and see the code. But in binary, they cannot see any code. This is the byproduct of your source code. This get built up by the byproduct of this one. When you build your this source code, this to get created out of that one. But when they created, you will see them. If I do git status over here, git status, see DLL and this two. And along with that, I do some changes on this one. Git status. Thank you. So you can see there are three changes, whereas two is new file and one is modified file. Okay. If I do git add, I want to push, okay, I want to ask from you guys. I want to push only this file to my source code repository. How will I be able to do it?
Git add index.html.
Okay, let's start. Let's- Okay, you are correct. Git add index.html and then git push. Correct?
Okay.
But what happened if you modified in 50 files and some exes are also there? Will you perform the same task? Git add
No.
this file, then this file, then this file, then this file. Right. You can't do that one. Right, correct. It's a time consuming. And in organization level, you have to work on at a time 5 to 6 or 8 to 10 files which are interlinked with each other. So
Mm.
you cannot go and do that one. So instead of that, what we do, we we create a file named as .gitignore. Okay, I'll create that file.
Hmm.
Okay. This one is no file. Name as right now I have not given the name. I'll do star dot dll star dot exe. Okay. And then I save it with the name dot actually, I do get status. See what happens. These two are gone, and you have only one file with the name of .gitignore. I can push this
Yes.
file. This is okay because this is not executable. But what it did, it hided, ignore all the DLLs, okay,
Hmm.
which you do not want. And how it decided? You put star. Star means all the files with the name of .dll and all the files with the name of .exe shouldn't get pushed. So these two files will not get pushed now. Only this file get pushed. So you will always find a .gitignore file, okay,
Hmm.
along with the repository. So if I go, this is some other repository, see .gitignore file is there. I'll open it. .tlb, .ddp, .blb. These are binary files. Okay. So what does it mean?
Hmm.
These files won't be get pushed. I'll show you another repository. Your repository for the Android. See .gitignore file. So these files will not be get pushed. Angular folder. These are different repositories. Um, here it is .gitignore. See. So these are the folders shouldn't be pushed. Even the folder also you can put. These shouldn't get pushed. These shouldn't get pushed. Got the idea? Okay.
Yes.
What is the use of gitignore? Okay. So
मतलब
use of
हमें
dot.
अभी
हम्म।
अभी उसका काम नहीं, इसलिए वो गेट इग्नोर में डालनी होती है ना, कि अभी पुश
हाँ
नहीं करनी,
काम
लेकिन बाद में हम
बात
कर सकते हैं।
नहीं, हाँ इट्स ऑन यू बट जनरली जो gitignore में डालते हैं हमारा मेन पर्पस ये रहता है कि उसे हमें पुश नहीं करना है. So you may be asked that they can push the question. Simple way, if I don't want to push certain files, okay, but those files are available with the file that I want to push. So how will you prevent this situation that only desired file should get pushed, not the rest of the file? So what will be your answer?
यूज द गेट इग्नोर।
I'll use the gitignore. Inside gitignore, I'll put all the files which I don't want to push. Now they can
यस।
push this question that you created a source code. Out of that source code, you got some DLL or some binary files, but you have your own changes too. So how will you prevent that DLL file should not get pushed? Other and rest of the file, which include the code changes, should get pushed. So could you draw all the steps that you will be following while solving this question? I'll create a .gitignore file. I'll put the DLL file which I don't want to push into that .gitignore, and then I'll be safe with my code. Those .dll file won't be get pushed. Okay.
ओके।
We have seen git reset also. Okay. Remove the commits. Okay. If you use instead of reset, if you use revert now, the problem is it will create another commit to say that you have undo some commits. Undo means it will again do the same that reset will do. But reset removes the commit ID. It will create another commit ID saying that you have undo something, undo some commit ID. So if you want another commit ID which says that you have done some undo your task, you can use git revert. Or if you don't want anyone to know that you made some committed earlier, then use git reset. Mhm. Git Karakan is a UI of Git. GitHub we looked into already, and Git desktop. These are there is a Git turtle as well, okay, which are used for simplification. I mean, they will provide you good UI, which we may see at the end of our session. Okay, these are not much important. Clear any question so far in this class? We are done with Git today. Okay. So whatever we did in today's class, just try it by yourself. Okay. Do the
Okay.
git stash, then what? Then try this git ignore as well. You can try check out git revert too. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Any question?
And why we create another branch from the main branch always?
Okay. So the thing is, if I create very good question. Okay. If I have some changes on my uh, which, which branch it is? Okay. Branch. I have all my changes in this new branch and I want to create another branch. Okay. Get checkout even B. Create a new branch name as such. Okay. This one. And if I press enter, new branch will be created, but it will be
Hmm.
based on this branch, right?
Hmm.
And in this branch, you have your own changes, which you do not want in the new branch, right? For example, the hotfix condition. In the hotfix
Hmm.
one, if I create a new hotfix branch from this branch, then hotfix will contain these two as well,
Hmm.
right? Which you don't want. You want a fresh branch, and fresh branch always get created from the master or the main branch. So I will be first checking out to master, and from here I will create this hotfix branch. Okay. Because if you create from any other branch, no, it will contain, they contains your message. They contains your changes. And these changes you don't want in the new branch. So always prefer that master or main branch should be the base branch from where you create a new branch. Okay. So in
Okay.
simple way, if I have to summarize that whenever a branch get created from the previous branch, it takes everything from the previous branch and present into the new branch that you are going to create. So everything means if you have some uncommitted changes in the previous branch, if you have some personal changes in your previous branch, it will take
Hmm.
everything and put into the new branch, which people don't want. Whenever we
Hmm.
create a new branch, it's always mandatory, okay, and a good practice to create from the master or the main branch so that someone else changes on their particular branch should not reflect in the new branch that I'm going to create.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
I'll share this file with you guys as well. Mhm.
Hmm.
It says 1 hour, but it doesn't get completed. Never it gets completed in 1 hour. Okay. Any further question?
Hmm. आपने उस दिन मुझे डिफरेंस बट गिट पुल और गिट फेच का
हाँ, मैंने पूछा था.
डिफरेंस हाँ
So, हाँ. Now tell me what is the difference?
मुझे जितना समझ आया उतना बताती हूँ।
हम्म हम्म
गिट फेच मतलब कि अगर किसी ने हमारे ब्रांच में कोई चेंजेस किए तो हम
हम्म
सिर्फ वो देख देख सकते हैं, मतलब अपडेट
हम्म
डाउनलोड होते हैं, वो मर्ज नहीं
हम्म
होते। और गिट पुल से वो लोकल रिपोजिटरी में मर्ज हो जाते हैं।
correct. Okay,
ओके।
so what happens? Basically, if I do git pull right now, so all the changes in the repository will be reflected in your current branch. But if I do git fetch, all the changes will come into your repository, but will not merge into the working branch you are working on. So that is the benefit of git pull.
ओके।
Git fetch and git pull is the difference. Okay. That's all, guys. Tomorrow we'll be working on Jenkins. Okay.
ओके।
I'll take a look into the list. What should be the next tool, and I'll let you know after 2 or 3 hours that on what topic we are going to work tomorrow. Okay. Most
ओके।
probably it will be Jenkins, but I'll check it once again. Okay.
Okay.
Were there any questions?
No, no.
Okay.
No.
You can ask me anytime on WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
See you guys. Enjoy. Tata. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
बाय बाय।